Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. We are going to do an open read. Whatever wants to come through from source, I'm going to let come through. I have to say, I feel like I'm reaching a phenomenal elevated place in my life over the last couple of days. One of the reasons is I've been continually listening to Louise L. Hay and her affirmations. And it's funny how I must have heard her years ago, taken on board some of her advice, because sometimes when she says things, I'm like, I say that or feel that. Like this one most helpful advice before we begin, and I love this, is anytime that anything that's adversarial, combative, threatening, or problematic comes into our life, just stop. Sometimes we just rush headlong and we exacerbate the situation, but whatever it is, because it's usually a lot smaller than we think, a choice to be made, right? We stop and verbally say aloud to yourself, or internally as loud as you can, all is well, I make good choices, I am safe, nothing but good will come from this situation because I will make a calm, collected choice. All of that, and breathe and slow down. And by saying that, because our brain so trusts what we tell it, everything becomes more relaxed. Everything becomes calmer. And that's always what I'm reaching for in my particular life and practices for my clients, for my family, is to make good, solid choices from a place of gratitude, not lack, and from centeredness and feeling safe and being curious about what comes next. Let go of all the lower vibrational fears, because they're really phantoms. And I have found this to be true, that as soon as I stop and I say, I really am safe. This is just a thought, but what am I going to do with this thought? Am I going to choose to believe this outlandish, crazy, theatrical thought, or am I going to be rational and say, anything that I've come up against in my past, I've been able to overcome by cool, collected thinking and action. So again, just say to yourself, I am safe. Nothing but good is going to come from this situation. I am capable. And I am secure in my decisions, because a lot of times it's just we doubt our ability to make good choices, and we definitely have them. So evaluate some of your recent results and celebrate your achievements. Accept congratulations from yourself. Show gratitude for your accomplishments. That's the number one thing. The universe loves it some gratitude. It's like that friend that gives you a gift and you're like, I love this. And they see you wearing that necklace every day and you cherish it and you're jamming out. As opposed to, oh, thanks, but this isn't really my color. Like, if you're telling the universe that, it's not going to be so quick to reward you with beautiful things and surprises, because you're not showing gratitude for the life you're given, the fact that you have eyes to see, ears to hear. One of the things, like right before I began, that I'm personally gratified beyond belief is my capacity to see the good in others, my family, and get excited and be optimistic. Basically, every single day I wake up, I get to enjoy really good health. And now that I know where that stems from, I'm improving on it even more. Going to the gym all the time, eating good foods, feel good, good brain power. And sometimes, like everybody else, I've abused the hell out of my bod. I've been like, here's 29 grams of sugar per every second of the day. And, funneling sugar, funneling in fat, and all this stuff that I know my internal organs aren't liking. But once we start and something becomes a habit, eating well, speaking well, most importantly, speaking well to ourselves, because everything stems from them, then you deserve good, nutritious food. Then you deserve respect and healthy boundaries. All of that stems from that. So again, let's start evaluating. So here's our choices, you guys, and feel free to watch all of them. They're just going to be 5 or 10 minutes each. And I feel like I'm totally directed just to lift some vibrations right now. Really excited. All the new stuff that's come into my orbit is helping me gain a lot of energy, which is really cool, because whenever I used to tell myself, oh, I'm tired, I can't do that, I now replace that with, I can do that, this is going to be awesome, I'm curious to see what's going to happen, and rev myself into it. It's so cool. It was such a neat experience for me to learn and transition out of convincing myself I was tired and not wanting to do something to, of course you have energy. It's, it's only been 5 hours into the day, go for it, and then have great experiences. So number one, you guys, is guidance. Oh, 1 sec, I need my ring, my magic ring. This is my new dreamy ring of everything. It's a Skoda emerald, and I just love it. I feel like I'm gonna just parachute into the freaking solar system when I have this on. I love it. I feel like it brings me abundance, it brings me vitality, good luck, and all of that. So you guys, we're gonna start with number one, which is guidance. This is, in times of uncertainty, I ask God to guide me to the light of my being. This could be source, however you see. I am directed to doors that will open, inner freedom to me, and step forward in trust. I release my fate to God, guides whatever it is, and my faith is rewarded. That's also faith in yourself and the system, and being curious as opposed to being fearful of the future. We can be vulnerable. I feel like when we're vulnerable, that's the only way we really are authentic, right? Because we're putting our true self out there. Love it or leave it, that kind of energy. So number 2 is going to be goodness. I overcome my imperfections, polish my character, and feed the positive. Thus I free myself, allow my goodness to manifest and become a source of joy. Through gentleness, I offer unconditional support, understanding, and love to myself and others. Love that beyond measure, because what that means to me is we're not out there, we're stopping negative thoughts. We let go of hurtful habits. We remove obstacles or negative people from our path, because we are cognizant of the fact that these things don't serve us or our friends or whatever, so we're able to be helpful. And with all that free and healthy void, we're now able to manifest goodness because the toxicity is removed, which I love. So number 3, you guys, is positive action. I focus on the beauty in me and I find silence. I live and honor the present by doing what I can do now. What I cannot change, I let go of and entrust to God. Now I love this because this says when we're really in present moment awareness, we see all the beauty and magic. The other day I went to the farm and I saw it in a new eyes, new light, because my son, who's like so killer cool, he's 18, he's like, Mom, don't take pictures. He's like, look at it with your eyes so you can really enjoy it. And I just did. I just put my phone away and I was just staring at the greens and the moss and the silver in the feathers of the birds, and like the rough springy hairs on the llamas, and it was amazing and it was enriching, and it made me more present, because I wasn't worried how the lighting was in this photograph, what was going on over here, any of that. But also a wonderful moment happened where we both just sat down on this rock and watched the stream and the ducks, these silvery blue ducks. They were amazing, just bobbing on the water, and it was quiet and all we heard was nature, and we relaxed into that moment. That's positive action, to truly enjoy what's in front of us. So you guys, those are your choices, and I'm just so excited because I feel so full of verve, and I feel so happy because I feel like now we are going to assess what's going well in our life, and we're going to share that winning story with ourselves to move from strength to strength, positivity to success, and that sense of well-being that we all deserve. So you guys, we are going to begin with number 1. Now, one of the things that you guys are going to be experiencing, and I love, and thank you again, Cheryl, for these cards. I love them beyond measure. They're so beautiful. The beautiful soul sister, Cheryl Borelli, sent these to me, and I'm like, if I want to get an instant good mood and have my vibe lifted, I just open these up. And these are the Healing Energy Oracle cards. So, peace. I am unwavering in the face of fear. I come to my senses and embrace challenge. I am determined to think with gentleness and calm. I find inner silence and I become a manifestation of peace. This is everything, and this is what I was saying earlier. So whatever comes up, if something fearful comes up, we're unwavering because we stop and we observe. Don't jump in and start to get emotional and experience these things. Just observe and say to yourself, I am calm, I am gentle. And because of that, we can switch the trajectory of the energy into something that we want to be involved in, because we now have our wits about us, we feel centered, and we feel good about that. So what I'm going to do is I have this lovely Monet deck, and I'm just going to choose 2 cards, and we're going to see what's taking place. Oh my gosh. So this is the Monet deck. Funnily enough, I left that in there because I just love it. So I'm going to choose another one. So we have the Moon. So illusion, deception, and clarity. This also is good for setting intentions, having understanding. But this is what I mean. You are no longer going to be deceived and have the illusion that something bad is going to take place. Instead, we refuse to be deceived by triggers, which is something that's happened before. Our parents, our church, our society tells us, be fearful of this, be afraid, don't be vulnerable, get in your comfort zone, do all this stuff. Where now you're like, you know what I know about myself? I want to experience new things, people, places. I am going to be successful even when I fail. I don't need to. I've spent hours doing like very special wire work for stuff and then just throwing it in the trash after and realize I don't like the way it lays or feels or whatever about it, and I'm still successful because I tried it. So this is going to be your energy, new beginnings, innocence, wonder, where you're curious about your life, who you are, where it's going. You're going to be true to yourself. The Fool is true. They're true to themselves and others. They remove their mask. They stop creating illusions. They have confidence in who they are. You will reveal all the good in you. You don't need to hide or prove anything. Replace shame with the power of love and truth. Shame is just something that we're indoctrinated with by society that says if you have this, oh, you should be ashamed. If you have bad skin, if you have, a big butt. It's so ridiculous. Like, in all honesty, it is all these weird projections from everybody else. But you are going to see the truth in that you are a magnificent being. No two snowflakes alike, no two people. And you're going to go out and you're going to beam and glow and feel good and freely let go of anything that's not a positive force in your life that obstruct your goals. And you're going to be able to stop those negative thoughts, those hurtful habits, remove obstacles, negative people gone. And now you're going to have me time, in which all relationships need. And your affirmation is going to be, I am strong, I am powerful, I am here, I will thrive, and I am enough. Group 1, you definitely are. I love this, and I love that Spirit kind of directed me to this simple premise of this type of read because I love it. And when I hear the right affirmations and the right vibe and enthusiasm and people really caring, again, Louise LaHaye, all of those people, I feel good. I feel this is true, and I get on that vibrational match, and I do know that anything is possible. I release all of those crazy, stupid, triggers that don't belong there. They belong to my ancestors, maybe my mom, my dad, somebody I work with. They're not mine. I'm pretty freewheeling. I experience robust, awesome health due to the fact that I don't get all jammed up internally because I don't resent, I don't blame, and I am not a fearful person. I'm just like, I want to experience this. But also, I go forth in the world with gentleness and good intentions. So I feel like we get what we attract. Like, I get some fun Looney Tune. Every time I go out, it's like something in a sitcom, and I love it because I'm always like, what am I going to attract today that's going to be ridiculous? One of my favorite days was, went to the library, opened my door, and a golden retriever just jumped in my car, and I thought, oh, I get a dog? And I can't remember. I think Joni was with me, and she's like, oh, can we keep it? Because they were younger, and it was like the dog would not leave the car, and I thought, oh, man, I'd love a golden retriever. But I'm like, I'm downtown. This is probably somebody's dog, but it's like always a series of events with animals and people that are wonderful. So you're going to be bringing in the goodness and the light and the prosperity that you deserve, Group 1. And amen, do you deserve it. So you guys, my name is Melanie Williams. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thanks so much for watching this. Please press like and subscribe. If you like this video, it really helps me. Thank you guys for all your beautiful comments. And I'm going to do for the first 5 or 10 people, I'm going to see what my agenda is like, the first 5 or 10 people that watch this, if you would like a private read, and all my information is on the front of this thumbnail, I'm offering half off for the first between 5 and 10 people that come in. I garner a lot of new fun clients this way, and I really like to diversify, and I just feel the energy is really wonderful for private reads right now. I'm getting a lot of decisive, clarity rich readings, so I want to do more at a special rate for you guys right now because of that. So if you're watching this, come on over, email me or DM me, and I will get back to you. I do private video reads just like this with the cards down, me explaining what's going on, and you get to keep your video for as long as you want. So we're going to go on to Group 2, which is goodness. I love this so much because I feel like whenever we act from a place of goodness, Group 2, that we refocus and we reset our goals and intentions. So if we start acting a little iffy, for me, it's racy, trying to do too much at once, I stop and I'm like, reset your goal. When you do things with focus and follow through and regard and care, one thing at a time, I find out my jewelry, my readings, everything come out beautifully and smooth. Now, if I'm trying to do too much and I feel like I'm racing the clock, that's a lack mentality against time. I always get screwy, weird results. Things always go nuts. So now, instead of that, I'm just going to let go of that. So you guys, this is a time to set your intentions and initiate new relationships, looking for a new job, new haircut, create this new you, pay attention to new people who enter your life. I feel like right now you are going to reflect on your set intentions and taking the actions you need to manifest them, because the time of gathering this energy is a great time to expand on things in your life. You're going to schedule that interview, you're going to take that class, you're going to have that collaborative effort, and you're going to ask for what you need. Listen, you've worked hard for where you've been, so now this is time to be true to yourself. You're true to yourself for others. You remove your mask, creating illusions. I have confidence in who I am and reveal the good in me. I do not need to hide or prove anything. I replace shame with the power of true love. This came up for group 1 too. But this is also a reminder that I am the light. I always have hope no matter what the ordeal. I have faith in a better future. I turn darkness into light. I open my heart to others and to God, and I am spiritually strong. I draw light to me and I shine with all my being. Something interesting that happens to me when I read these, I start to feel it and I get an equal vibration. When I feel lighter, I feel buoyant. It's really weird. It's like I'm almost outside my body. I don't feel any heaviness. I feel very light. Like I don't feel the weight of my legs and arms and my body. And I feel like everything is really clean and clear, like digestion, awesome, brain activity, excellent. All of this after I read these, because I connect. My brain hears it. My brain is like, yeah, yeehaw, this is true. You are light. So you are transitioning and moving towards and traveling towards this highest, lightest you. Adventure, conquest, and action. A fearless you is about to bust through, initiating this change, really gathering this energy. Make an offer, accept a proposal, put in extra effort. You're completing these tasks. Relationships will thrive. Your passions will be fueled. But it does require pruning a few branches. What is excessive around you? Where you may be spending your time that you don't need to. I always ask, I look in the mirror and I literally say, you deserve to have quality time. Like I will say that, and then because my brain heard that, it's not going to let me be wasteful and silly. It's not going to have me on IG for 10 hours looking at people in new corsets and eyeshadow. Like no joke, before I was studying some things and this thing popped up on my feed. Cargo has new eyeshadow palettes. So I start like, I press it like out of a knee-jerk response. I love eyeshadow palettes, but I'm like, dude, you're studying and you're working. What the hell are you doing looking at eyeshadow palettes? And I was like, you see how easily we're manipulated by the media to show us things it knows we love. It knows our algorithm. It knows we love eyeshadow. It knows we could look at eyeshadows all day. And it's one of those things where we have control and focus and follow through. And boy, are you going to have this in a beautiful, epic way. You know, you are going to be moving in a way that you're super proud of. You're like a behavior you're proud of. You're going to get good results. You're going to celebrate these achievements. You're going to be doing beautiful. You know, it's a wonderful place where you're going to be in a location in your life where you feel good. You know, this little time like moon dancing, great energy emanating from your body and your mind, and you knowing that you're able to do the things that you put in front of you, that you choose and you think are of import. You know, this is going to matter if I do this. Like to me the other day, it was like probably weeks ago, and I was under exercising and over imbibing and just like cheese and pasta and just stuff. And I just felt a little lethargic and very unflexible. And I went, dude, that's it. That's the end of this. You are now at that age, that hourglass, you know, those sands are ticking through, and you have to have extra care for yourself. Please eat well. Please honor your body and give it good, nutritious food so your brain will work well. That's one of my biggest kind of concerns, that my mental faculties will jam up and I won't be able to do what I love, which is channeling and helping and reading and all of these things and offering advice and studying. So I start to eat salmon and things, good omega-3 fatty rich foods for my brain. So when you tell yourself you want something and to achieve something, other solutions come in for your dietary, for your exercise, for what you should watch. I shouldn't watch garbage or disasters on TV because as an empath, bums me the hell out. I don't want to see that. I cannot watch death and destruction. It affects me too greatly, so I don't do that. I watch stand-up comedy all the time. I listen to excellent speakers, silliness, Saturday Night Live, that kind of thing to keep my vibe up. But you are now entering a place where you believe in the goodness of you and others, and you're going to thrive in this. I'm really excited about this video. I feel like it's got all the vibes I was going for, and the channeling is excellent. So again, group 2, if you weren't listening in group 1 too, my name is Melanie Williams. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. And for the first between 5 and 10 readers that want a private read and have seen this video, I'm offering half off my rates. And I send my menu if you just email or DM me over on IG. All my information is right on the front of this thumbnail. And the reason I want to do this is because I feel like right now the air is supreme for clarity and excellent channeling. I feel like my my cadence of speech, my interpretation, and what's taking place is really at a natural high. And when I have this, I like to offer specials to new people as well. And I know, sometimes expenses are tight for people, so I like to offer this. So go on over there, DM, email me, and I'll get back to you. I do private basically your reading is like this. I choose your cards. I use all kinds of decks. You can have varied questions. It doesn't matter. The longer the read, the more descriptive and the more questions you can ask. I feel like this is a time in our life where we get to decide we're doing the blueprint. We are not bounced all around by society. We're making the choices. Who we are is non-negotiable. You can ask us to negotiate, creative endeavors, other things like that, but who we are is who we are. Take it or leave it. So I love that. Okay, you guys, so now we're on to number 3, which is positive action. This is a time where you guys are like, I'm going for it. Rituals that I need, whatever I need, I'm going for it. I have learned that in order to possess happiness and optimism, I have to do things that make me feel good and have that childlike demeanor and curiosity going out into the world. Positive action. Okay, here's like 3 examples. I feel a little sluggish and inflexible. I'm going to streamline my diet, and I'm going to stretch, and I'm going to go for walks, but I'm going to make them enjoyable and get myself excited about this. The alternative of what we're doing now has to have more enticing qualities than what we're actually doing. We think sitting around on the couch eating snacks, watching TV is like the epitome of fun and entertainment. It is not. It gets old very quickly. I like it as a little surprise, but I don't like it in long jags. I like to see nature and birds and see crazy babies in strollers happy as hell. I like to see dogs chasing balls. I like to go into beautiful stores and look at handcrafted creations. I like making jewelry, all of that. So what do you love to do where you're creative or it's healthy for you, as opposed to what society tells us is great, just zapped out in front of a TV? Now you're making positive action. How you spend your money, how you spend your time, the people you spend it with in all of this, evaluating what is around you and how it affects you. You're going to take more time right now to enjoy moments and let go of thoughts that aren't aligned to your goals, because this is creeping in for you beautifully. I believe in myself. I believe in the beauty of life and the goodness of God's, however whatever you feel connected to and aligned with. Thus, I have the power to fulfill my dreams. The will of the Almighty supports me. My life is showered with divine life, and my heart opens to the power of the universe. Quick story. When I was working for Amazon and Whole Foods, I liked what I was doing individually, and I liked that I was making a difference. Did not like the environment, did not like a great deal of my coworkers that I worked with. Some of them were very hostile. Some of them were lazy. Some of them were just ill-tempered as hell. They didn't want to be there. And I don't like the energy of being in a building with people that don't want to be there. They will then sabotage people that do want to be there and do a good job. It becomes very terrible, that kind of thing. So I remember making a pact with myself and saying, if any of these 3 things happen tonight, I'm walking out of here. All 3 of those things happened in one night. It was my guide's way of saying, dude, you're a creative. Dude, you are a powerhouse of words, understanding, and channeling, and all of these things. And you've always been able to do this, but you thought that natural gifts were to be given away or just like hobbies. That is not true. Hence, on one of my breaks at this place, I saw someone on YouTube doing a tarot reading, and then I watched other ones, and I thought, and right away I can differentiate between authentic reads and people that are plugged in and they really care, to people that are just going through the motions. And I thought, I can contribute to this, and I love this, and I could be damn good at this. And the universe supported that, supported my belief in myself and my abilities to do this. All of a sudden it was like 10, 20, 30, 40,000 subscribers and great interactions, and me, just building off of that and having a wonderful vocation doing what I love, because how we earn our money is a big reflection on how we think of money, and if we're generous with money and how we generate it and share it and all of that, and understand the energy of money, that is a commodity like anything else. We don't hoard, and we don't covet, and we don't chase. We allow for it to come into our lives so we can share with other, and everybody gets to benefit. And you are really going to take positive action on such an epic scale on where you're going and what you're doing. So what do you have here? We have the Page of Cups, sensitivity, dreamer, and surprise. So your dream state is going to come in and surprise you. What is going to be available to you, your capabilities, and what you're going to be able to achieve. And you'll be sensitive to that. Your guides will make it like, oh, your ears are ringing. For some of you guys, I feel like you're going to notice new buds of flowers everywhere, like dandelions, daffodils, all these things. You're just going to really notice all these tiny seeds, because the seeds are what we plant to garner later success. So tradition, religion, and society. Hierophant also is somebody who now has the keys to open the doors that have always been available to them, yet we didn't create a void for this. We didn't have the focus on all the good things, our abilities, and the way that we can succeed in life, because other things have garnered our attention that took us away from that. This is true understanding that you have freed yourself from fear and you trust the universe. You're directing your thoughts to the beauty inside and around me. You are using your spiritual strength and knowledge to create light, and you're rising above all doubt. And that's everything. When we rise above all doubt, we go, of course I could do this. Wow, I can have this. Please speak to yourself in the affirmative and in the present. I am smart. I am capable. I am safe. I am ready to prosper. I am prosper. I am prosperity. I am generous. I am grounded. I am so grateful. That's the number one thing. Each day I wake up, I just start saying thank you to random things. I'll see things and go, I have that. I made that. Thank you. I experienced this. Thank you. I have the most kick-ass calendar in the world beside of my bed, and I realized I still had it on last month. So when I flipped it over to April, I was like, oh my God, this artwork is stunning. Thank you. Like, once I get in that appreciation arena, I'm appreciative of everything. And then the universe says, here's somebody that deserves more because they appreciate it, and really abundant. Sometimes it's like an embarrassment of riches. And when I just feel like a little like, I wish I had some little dazzle or whatever, I'm telling you, eBay, I'll win some crazy eBay auction and it'll blow my mind, and I'll be like, cool, I now have a Burmese ruby for $17 that, God, I don't even know how much this thing would cost in real life. You know what I mean? It's berserk, but I tend to get on this winning streak, as will you, and you will really feel this. You will assess what is going well in your life, and you're going to be able to have more of that. Bye-bye. All the obstructions to your goals are going to get gone. So when you pick a location where you want to be, that's where you're going to be. Hence, success, love, healthy boundaries, feeling good, really being able to let go of anything that creates blockages. That's low vibe things. That's resentful. That's jealousy. That's blame. That's pointing the finger. That's judgment. All that, you're letting it go because you're so happy being you and having this enduring faith of your abilities and where you're going, that all the other stuff is like, your light is so bright that you don't see all the little dim bulbs down there. No more dim bulbs, because you're supersonic. You're ready for this group 3. I love this. I love this energy. Thank you, Source, and thank you, my guides, for helping me with this beautiful channeling today. Every once in a while, it's like, let's go supernova. Let's talk about things that really matter. Yes, it's nice to talk. People love soulmate readings, and I'll be doing that next. But it was really important that we talk into our psyche and how it's affecting us. And when we trust the love and the goodness in ourselves and what the universe has to offer, we operate differently. So again, you guys, if you didn't watch the first ones, my name is Melanie. Welcome to my channel. Thank you. I'd love so much if you guys press like and subscribe. And what I'm going to do is I'm offering half off on the first 5 or 10 people that come over to either my IG or they email me for a private read. I'll send you the menu and you'll get half off those rates that are on there. So, if it's $50 for 20 minutes, it's $25. I like to do this when the air is really clear and I get excellent kind of like reception and the cadence is calm, and I just feel like people benefit greatly from this. So I love this kind of energy. So again, you guys, all my information is right on the front of this thumbnail. You can email or IG me and I'll get right back to you and we'll get rocking on that. But get ready for this elevation, you guys, because it's a magic time and you're ready for it. You deserve this, and you have a new understanding of how to live life that's going to benefit you.